Josh, get in the car. Come on. You're about to get more charges. Come on. Sit down. You're good. Oh my God.
When corrupt cops get in trouble with the law, it's like watching a magic show where they try to make their misconduct disappear faster than you can say abracadabra. Here are 3 instances where we find officers on the wrong side of justice.
Reach out to you is that your point here of your ability to make obscene gestures toward police or protect them in the First Amendment. As the police department, we agree.
Case 1. Just like our first officer, whose negligence of the law landed him in hot waters. On August 30th, 2022, a YouTuber going by the name of Audit Reno 911 was arrested for simply exercising his First Amendment right on a public road in front of a Nevada correctional center. Subsequently, slapping him with charges of trespassing, obstructing public officer, and disturbing the peace on public grounds.
Sorry, I couldn't hear you from that far away.
I'm sorry. This gentleman is trespassing on the property.
Okay.
Identify yourself. I'm the warden of the complex.
And what's your name?
So I'm asking him to be removed as a trespasser.
Sir,
he doesn't have authorization to be on the property.
Understood.
He's not an employee here. He came onto the property without permission.
Sir,
and my understanding is the facility is on lockdown because
Yes,
of
it
this.
is.
This is disrupting operations.
This is disrupting operation.
Okay.
Sir, what is your name?
Okay. Put that down. Put your hands behind your back.
Okay.
Disturbance on the property.
I'm not going to listen to these guys at all. Okay, can I advise you one thing?
No, you may not. Right now, you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can maybe use against you in a court.
NRS
You have a.
197-200.
Excuse me. I didn't interrupt you, did I?
NRS
Okay. If you don't want to hear your rights, then we're not going to talk about it.
No, NRS 197-200, so you're not going to Mirandize me.
Okay. I'm not going to ask you any questions. Step over to my vehicle.
Okay.
We're going to get everything now with the search incident to arrest.
And what am I being arrested for?
You're being arrested for trespassing.
Okay, so where was the no trespassing signs?
Go ahead.
Were there no trespassing signs?
Well, fine. I'll explain everything to you, but right now you're not under Miranda, so I'm not going to ask you any questions.
I'm just asking you questions.
Well, you don't have a right to ask me questions at this point. You have a right to get in the car.
I'm good. Sir, what's the best way to do this?
Hop on in there.
Can I twist this way?
Yep. Shut that off if you want. Okay, so my understanding is he's on state property, and you guys, what's the big sign over there say when you guys are coming in? Is that like a search thing?
No tobacco, no entrance, but all individuals that report onto the property, they have to still be cleared to come onto the property with proper notification. He just wanders on the property and refused to acknowledge himself. He refused to adhere to the command of you need to leave the property because this is a privilege. It's not a
This is not like a DMV downtown or something.
No,
This isn't the post office. This isn't the sheriff's office.
This is a secure facility.
After detaining and parking our fearless auditor in the scalding hot fan with a window barely open, the cop wanders off to do paperwork.
Can you give them statements?
Yeah.
What are you doing? Who are you talking to? Regan?
Yeah. No, I'll get citizen's arrest and all that, and then we're gonna tow his car. As well.
Sir, you have my card. Just let me know. All right, thank you. You need any more clipboards for them?
Yeah, I'm getting it right now.
I'll get you started on one too. You had the most contact with them up front, or?
I think Lieutenant Ryer had the most contact with them. I had maybe 5 minutes.
That's fine. Just you 3 is going to be sufficient.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you.
In addition to towing his car, I think it's worth mentioning that it was 95 outside at the time. As we can observe from the whole footage of the ride, the auditor is visibly uncomfortable with not just his handcuffs, but the relentless heat. He recounts how the air conditioning vent was shut tight close, thus leading to a hotbox situation at the time.
Make a left. Have a seat in that blue chair, or it used to be a blue chair. Right there.
Black chair.
Thank you. Hello.
Hi.
Uh-oh. Dropping dimes on you. Feel a little sweaty back there.
A little bit.
Is the air running?
No.
Was it?
You're trying to hotbox me.
I had the air back there going.
Well, you rolled up the window that left a breeze.
What's that?
Yeah, you rolled up the window that left a breeze. So like I said,
Yeah,
I
usually
think
do that
you were
with
just
the
trying to
air
hotbox
conditioning,
me.
so it's nice and cool in here. Right?
You really do need to go read the 10th Circuit Court July
No,
22nd
I'm
opinion.
not going into any court today. I'm looking
It's
you
Ari
for
versus you.
misdemeanor
Yeah.
charges.
No,
And you
I
can do-
understand. I understand what you're doing, but you arrested me for filming in public.
No, I did not.
What did you arrest me for?
I told you.
Well,
Trespassing and obstructing.
how did I obstruct?
Hey, I'm not going to get into it. I'm
I
sure
just-
that you have a big plan and idea
No,
of the
I
narrative
don't-
in your mind.
I
You
don't
can let
really.
that play out. Okay.
I'm just asking you questions based on the actions
You were
right now.
asked to leave, and you were asked several times by the warden and by the supervision of the facility, and you refused. You refused to identify yourself. You're required to give your name.
I refused to identify myself. That's
And
nobody
that's
ever
gonna be
asked.
in-
Nobody
gonna be in
ever
that
asked.
statement?
Nobody ever asked me to identify.
Okay, well, that's
And when
gonna
I
be in that
asked,
statement.
The obvious effects of the hotboxing are evident on the auditor's face. When voicing these concerns to the officer detaining him, all he receives is apathy. If the cops' corrupt actions weren't any more blatant, when the case was taken to court, the judge outright acquitted the auditor of doing any of the alleged crimes. But of course, where is the retribution for the auditor for what was so unnecessarily subjected to him?
I wanted to reach out to you is that your point here of your ability to make obscene gestures toward police or protect their First Amendment, as the police department, we agree with you.
Case 2. This case involves 3 officers of the Wright PD down in Missouri, felt the need to throw their power around and had their fragile egos hurt. This only when this man felt slightly more agitated than usual when people see cops.
.48 a plate. How we doing?
Good.
Not too bad. Are these your vehicles?
Yeah, well, this one isn't. Those two are.
Okay, so what's going on with them? They don't have any registration on them.
I just bought that one and that one. I took the head off of. This is my cover for them, man. But you get off my property now.
No.
I'll get a cover for them.
I'm placing ordinance stickers on all of them.
I'll get a cover for them.
Can't do that. That's not how it works.
Okay, you put your
That's
stickers
not.
on. Fine.
Okay, then you're gonna be cited for it.
Hey, put your stickers on. I'll take care of it.
I'll just issue citations. .48, can you copy a VIN? Okay. I'll take my time. 1 George 6. .48 103. Where you at?
Pulling up here shortly.
10-4. Try and get a stop on that GMC Suburban. It just left. It's on Samwise now.
That's clear.
He wasn't a fan of me being here.
Is it his residence?
I believe so. He wanted to flip me off and threaten me to go.
Here, we find a peculiar situation in which the officer on duty wants to place ornament stickers on the parked cars, which they decide to tow off later. We notice him over the radio alleging that the property owner flipped him off. Even if this was the case, that is a First Amendment protected right of every citizen. Moreover, not a legal enough reason to stop a citizen, just another active use of power by corrupt cops.
Body cam.
Good, can I help you?
What's your driver's license?
What do you need my driver's license for? What'd you pull me over for?
What's that?
What'd you pull me over for?
For your threats that you made to one of our officers.
That's not a threat. What threat? What threat did I make to an officer?
I need your driver's
You need a reason to pull me over. For what threat? I didn't make any threat to any officer. I haven't. No, I am not, because I did not break the law.
So you're not going to give me your driver's license and proof of insurance. Is that correct?
For what?
I just told you.
For what threat?
Okay, I'm not going to keep going through.
Threatening an officer is not a crime. I didn't threaten to do anything to him.
It's a crime, yes.
Flipping an officer off is not a crime.
A threat to an officer is. I'm not going to.
Flipping an officer off is not a crime. Flipping an officer off is not a crime. It's a constitutionally.
And arrest you.
It's a constitutionally protected activity, right?
How about I'm going to break your window?
It's a constitutionally protected activity to flip an officer off.
That's fine. You can flip him off. You can't make threats to him.
I didn't make what threat? What threat?
Chance or I'm going to break your
What
window.
threat? Okay, first tell me what threat I made to him. What threat? What threat?
I'm going to break your window.
What threat did I make to him? What threat did I make to him?
Driver's license. Get out.
I will. Here's my thing.
Out of the car.
The report does not indicate at what point of the incident. The clarification was made that there was not an actual threat, but rather a First Amendment protected gesture. The alleged clarification is also not present on any of the body cam footage, and was likely written to cover for the detective. But despite the so-called clarification, Josh was arrested and transported to the local police station, where he was cited with disorderly conduct, failure to comply, and resisting arrest. He was also given 3 citations for the derelict vehicles, despite the typical 7-day grace period normally afforded to the city's residents. He was held for 5 hours before he was released from his unlawful arrest.
So even though the property owner did nothing wrong, he was unlawfully pulled over and subsequently arrested and detained at the local PD for 5 hours before being released. Furthermore, blatantly lying on their reports in order to protect each other and adding details like verbally abusive to the report, which simply didn't happen. So Josh, the property owner, takes this experience and goes to the PD to file a complaint.
An opportunity to review your case. Okay. So, one thing I'll say is that to begin, I am going to be voiding all the charges, all the summonses that were issued to you. I've also spoken with the tow company, and they have agreed to refund the expense you had.
$400. They charged me $400.
And you will be refunded every penny of that. So let me explain to you why. So, first and foremost, what we have here is a city ordinance that has been on the books for some time that shows that the officers were acting in good faith in accordance with the city ordinance at the time.
This is the city ordinance.
Okay, well, sure.
I knew we had a right to be on the property.
Well, this is specifically the manner in which why they placed you under arrest, not specifically the derelict vehicle ordinance. So this is the ordinance labeled disorderly conduct, if you recall getting that ticket from the arresting officers. And the subsection of the ordinance that they used to place you under arrest was this language here. Whenever I reviewed this case, I believe that
gestures are constitutionally protected. You can't make laws that go above and beyond.
Well, if you give me an opportunity to finish.
Okay, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Okay.
I'm sorry, go ahead. I'm so very emotional about this.
Well, and I can tell, and I understand. So this was on the books. This was the ordinance that they enforced, that they used to place you under arrest.
Okay.
When I had the opportunity to review the case, I agree with you that I believe this is in conflict with the First Amendment.
Okay.
Okay. That is protected speech. Because of that, all subsequent actions following the traffic stop, regardless if you were guilty of them or not, are not going to be enforced. Because I do not believe that they had a constitutional right to stop you in the first place.
I've seen people get pounds of marijuana thrown around a court for unconstitutional stops.
So again, I understand that you're an argumentative individual. I'm not
an argumentative individual. I'm a very polite person. I have 7 kids. So I have been violating my rights before. I knew what my rights were. You can look at my record. I've never had a speeding ticket. I've never been arrested. Like
the whole point here, the reason why I called you, the reason why I wanted to reach out to you, is that your point here of your ability to make obscene gestures toward police or protect under the First Amendment as the police department, we agree with you. This subsection of the ordinance, we've already addressed this with our legal counsel that represents the city, and this ordinance will be amended to remove anything that's in conflict with the First Amendment.
Okay.
As such, you will be the standing case law that amends this for all future contact, and this ordinance will be amended to where this will never happen again.
Okay.
We've spoke with the tow company, we've told them our position, and we are having your total tow bill completely refunded to you as well.
He was an ass, that guy.
Sure. Well, I understand, we spoke with him as well, and he doesn't sound as though he got along with you very well either, but hopefully now we can put this whole issue behind us. Again, I have no reason to suggest the officers didn't act in good faith because that ordinance was on the books. That ordinance is going to be amended. Okay, and all charges against you. Yeah, this is actually on E-Code 360. It's public record. You can pull it up and view it.
What proof do I have that my charges are going to be dropped?
Sure. So they're not being
I have
submitted
video
to
evidence
court.
that you're saying this. So.
Oh, okay, that's fine.
Perfect.
Yeah. Well, is that all the proof you would like? I mean, we could send you a letter.
No, just
okay. Yeah. So prior to even calling you, the actual hard copies of the tickets were stamped red and void. Inside of the computer system, I voided all of those out. Okay, so it's as though they're not going to make it to the court.
Can you guys maybe...
Here he was instructed to meet the chief and a second-in-command lieutenant. It was no surprise how they realized the blatant holes in the officers' reports and the constitutional violations that they were a part of. They seem entirely apologetic the entire time and reverse all charges and the cars that were originally towed off his property.
A little bit of de-escalation training. His beard was hot. I mean, he came in hot.
So to address that with you, in the event they did have a lawful contact with you, the subsequent actions of failing to comply, I would have allowed to stay.
Yeah, I know. Okay. I know. If you had a reason to pull me over, I know. I have ID and stuff. I know my rights.
Sure. So what I will say
I also know my first, my fourth, my eighth was violated. I know my rights were violated.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So what is it that you would like to have happen moving forward?
I don't really know yet. Like, I haven't really crossed that bridge. My focus was getting these charges dismissed.
Okay.
And we had addressed this prior to seeing things pop up on Facebook. We were working on this at the end of last week. We spoke to everybody on Monday. So we've been in the process of working on this, and I think...
And one of your officers called, I'm a legal marijuana grower. One of your officers called my landlord. He called me and said that I was illegally growing over my limit. I know my limit. I'm allowed to have six non-flowering, 6 flowering, 6 seedlings. I only have 6 non-flowering right now. And he said I was growing and distribution to my landlord. What the hell was that about?
It's a good question. I don't know what that's about. Do you know who called your landlord?
No, but I can get it from him. Okay.
Yeah, I'd like to take my cards.
Yeah, and he said that all my neighbors were complaining, and like my neighbor is the one who gave me the video of the first encounter I had. I have that on video too. Where I made no threat to any officer.
All right, and I'm sorry, you said you go by Josh?
Yeah, everybody calls me Josh.
So Josh, here's my card. I don't know anything, there's nothing in the report about any contact with your landlord. I don't know anything about that. That's me, that's my phone number. Whatever kind of problems you have, give me a call, okay? Mm-hmm. With respect to the derelict vehicles, I voided those too.
Okay, I'm gonna one's a junk car, one's his friend's car, and then I just bought the Monte Carlo.
Sure, well, just let me finish. So I know that at the time that they first had contact with you, they had placed a warning sticker on your car, is that right?
No, they charged me. It was, they charged
in addition to that. Were there also warning stickers placed on your car?
No. Okay. No, there's never any warning stickers.
Okay, so...
Well, I had a warning sticker on the Mazda, like, when I first moved in 2019. Okay. But I got that later.
So the common practice for Officer Malta, who was the first one there to talk to you about your derelict vehicles, the standard practice is a 7-day grace period after he puts a warning tag on a car.
So yeah, that's what started it all.
Can you please... Well, hold on. I'm not going to interrupt you. I'm going to ask you please not to interrupt me, okay?
Go ahead.
From the time in which he had that first contact with you, I think on the 10th or whatever date it was, I have to go back and look. That's the standard practice that he abides in, is that he places a warning on a vehicle, come back after 7 days, and if the issue's not been rectified, that he would issue summons in 7 days. I voided the derelict vehicle tickets that were written to you on the 10th and told him that they're going to abide by their standard practice there and revisit it after the 7-day grace period.
Okay.
Okay?
Okay.
So all the tickets that were issued to you on the 10th have been booked.
Okay, good. What I asked, what started it was his demeanor. Like, I have it on video. He came up, like, I can show you the video one day. I was like, hey, how's it going? And we had an exchange, and he asked me about it. I explained the cars. And I was like, I can just get a cover for him. The reason I said that was because my neighbor's house burned down. They put a derelict sticker on her car, and she covered it, and everything was fine. So I was like, I'll just get a cover for him. He was like, you can't do that. And I was like, oh, I just thought I could. And he was like, well, I don't remember how he said it, but it just kind of struck me wrong. And then I was like, okay, do what you have to do. He's like, I'm gonna put a sticker on it. I was like, okay, do what you have to do. And I start backing up. He's like, I want to fine you. And I rolled down my window. I was like, get off my property as soon as possible. And he was like, what'd he say?
I'll take my time.
I'll take my time. So I flipped him off, drove off. Next thing I know, I'm getting pulled over.
Mm-hmm. Yes, and the position of the police department is that while that was in the city ordinance at the time, that gesture is protected by the First Amendment, and that's what was.
Josh was so shook and distraught, he even had to go to the length to ask if these officers have been given enough training to be able to control their emotions, as he feared how the officer who pulled him over was even ready to punch him. To which the lieutenant tries his best to understand and help Josh cope with the situation. Furthermore, Josh even has previously ignored violations and harassments he was being subjected to. This by police officers calling Josh's landlord to complain about him growing plants outside of his limits, which was completely untrue. These cases really put a dent in the trust and reliability of cops amongst the eyes of the general public. Let's see what the next one has in store for us.
Josh, get in the car. Come on. You're about to get more charges. Come on. Hey. Sit down. You're good. Oh my.
Case 3. Off-duty cop arrested domestic battery, then has panic attack. On July 18, 2023, an off-duty cop by the name of Joshua Summers managed to hurt and assault his wife in the open. The following events are what took place when the police was notified of this, and they managed to catch up with him. Stay tuned.
How long you work for girlfriend?
October will be 6 years.
6 years?
Yes.
You guys recently moved here?
Yep.
And she got pissed and got shitty with me. So I got her hair, and I was like, "Are you kidding me right now?" Like she was. I took it as an accusation that I was doing something wrong.
Okay.
With my friend's wife. She's like, "What?" I was like, "Yeah, no." And then I grabbed her hair, and that was that. Like, and then we were good, and then people came out, started talking shit, and I was like, "Get the away from us! I will f*** you up." And we left and came home, and everything's fine.
All right.
Like that. I mean, that's the legit story.
Were your friends there too, or they were not there? It was just the two of you guys.
My friends were there. One of them happened to be inside. I didn't know where the other one was.
Okay.
That's who I was asking about.
Okay.
So that was it.
And they didn't see what happened or anything like that because they were all inside?
Because nobody was around.
Okay.
It was just me and her, and then people came out from inside.
Okay.
That's all.
Here we find Summers in handcuffs, having the most steeliest look in his eyes. As he starts to break down internally, even at the cops' simple questions about what he was doing with the woman. We can see he's so tensed up that he even requests his handcuffs to be tied up front.
How long have you guys been married?
10 years, and what's today?
18?
27. 9 days. It'll be 10 years. Been together with her for 15.
Did somebody call you about the incident? And that's what you call our supervisor?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, we're trying to figure it out if we didn't want to disclose any type of information yet.
Fully aware. Honest to God, it was all a misunderstanding. Okay? And that's 100%. Would never, ever put her in jeopardy. Laying hands on her, period, end of story. It'll be 15 years Christmas Eve.
You guys freaking a lot of Frogger's? Did you guys go off Frogger's a lot?
Yep. I opened the place when we opened it up in 2006. I was a manager there. So, now you've been with Moldora.
2.5.
Enjoy it?
Yeah. Every day.
A little bit of turnover.
It's good. I'm having fun.
As long as you're good.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Yeah, I'm learning every day. I wouldn't change this job, I can tell that much.
Where you want to go as far as?
I'm the road. I don't think I want to be in the road for a very long time.
Okay.
I want to put at least 6 to 7 years, and then I'll probably try to move up, like detective and stuff like that.
Yep.
You on patrol, or they have you somewhere else now?
I was on patrol during the summer. I'm in SRO. Was trying to get in for, of course, a promotion to corporal.
Who'll call you if you don't mind me asking? Not that it's relevant.
From...
It's like a friend of yours?
No. It was a lieutenant that reached out to me. Called them. I was like, okay. Okay. Called Moldora 3 times and didn't pick up on the non-emergency. I started giving you a call back.
Out the door. He's already been searched. You get him in the car. Come on. Josh will get in the car.
I'm gonna beg y'all nicely.
Josh, out the door. He's getting in the car. Get in the car, Josh.
Please put these in front of me. I'm gonna have a panic attack.
Summers jumps into telling his tale about how it was all a misunderstanding and that he lost his temper since his wife thought he was doing something with his friend's wife. He tries to paint a solemn case about loving his wife and doing everything to protect her, only having put hands around her neck mere hours ago. A sight of disgrace for this cop.
Take a breath. Josh, take a breath.
I can't. Oh my God.
And he just latched down on me. Dude, I know. I'm bothering you. Please, put it in front of me. I'm begging you. I'm not going to fight you. I will go.
Fix his handcuffs. We'll do 2. Can we do 2 handcuffs? It'll be better?
No, but just please. Oh, fuck.
We're not going to put him up front, Josh.
I'm not kidding.
We'll give you 2 cuffs, okay? Just take a breath. You're standing. You're not even in the car, Josh.
I know. I'm fully aware of where I'm at right now. I'm fucking...
Take a breath. Watch out.
Please. Oh my God.
Make sure they're loose.
Oh my God. I'm not going anywhere. You can take them bitches off and do whatever. Just put them in front of me.
Calm down. Calm down.
I don't know you. Dude, please. Just put them in front of me. I'm about to have a panic attack. I'm not going anywhere. You can handle them. You can...
Watch out. Let go. Josh, take a breath.
I can't.
Why?
I can't. Because I'm f***ing claustrophobic.
Stop moving your hand.
God, put them behind. Put them in front. I don't give a shit what you...
We're going to do double cuff.
Stop
pulling. Fix his wrist. Come on, just give me your hand. Undo the cuff. Undo this cuff.
Please put them in front of me. I'm gonna show you. You've already searched me. You've searched me, right?
As long as you're cool, we're gonna do double cuffs, but we're not putting them in front of you.
Please put them in front of me. Please, I'm good to go. I will ride. I will ride without.
Are you capable of getting out the door? Out the door. Undo the fucking cuff. There you go.
Please. Behind me is not going to work, even if there's 2.
There's 2. They're not even going to be pulled behind you, Josh. We cannot do front cuffs.
Please.
They're barely gonna even be behind you. Sure, the fellow walk.
They're definitely behind me.
Here. You're almost able to sit them beside you. You need a better handcuff key, dude.
I'm begging. I'm begging.
We've been more than nice to you, Josh.
I've been more than respectful to you as well, Hughes.
Alright, well then just have a seat, okay? Just take a breath.
Fuck.
That should be better. Your arms aren't behind you anymore.
It's not. Oh my God.
We'll roll the window down for you, okay?
Okay, do me a favor. Check that left arm. God damn.
Check what left arm, Josh?
My left wrist. Here.
Give me the fuck key and let me do it, outdoor. Jesus fucking Christ.
I'm sorry, guys. Like, put him in front. I'm good. I'm trying. I promise you guys, I'm trying.
It's because you got these wristbands, man. But that's pretty loose now, alright? Come on. Alright, have a seat. Yeah. And I'll drive. Mondor 412 Lake. 10-4, you can show the mail 10-15, 51 to LCJ, 65 starting. She came across?
Yeah, he came across.
Joshua's felony battery by strangulation charge has been dropped, and a new misdemeanor charge of simple battery domestic has been brought forward as of August 8, 2023. He is expected to be in court on January 16, 2024 for a COP change of plea. Let us know in the comments section if you think Joshua being a police officer has anything to do with the felony charge being dropped to a misdemeanor, especially with the whole situation being caught on video. Remember, if you like our work, to like, share, and subscribe to our channel and all of our social media pages. Your support is appreciated.
Please, guys, I'm not gonna fight you. You know that. You know I'm not gonna fight you.
We're not. We're not putting them in the...
I know your policy is behind the back.
If you weren't drunk,
Please.
I might, but you're drunk, Josh. Get in the bag.
Sir, I can assure you I'm
Josh,
not.
come on.
Please don't do that.
Hey, come on.
Please don't push me like
Come on.
Please put him in front of me.
We're not
Please.
putting him in
That's
front.
all I'm begging.
Josh,
Please
work with
Alright.
him. Get in the car. You're making a scene right now. Get in the car.
I'm trying to make a scene.
Work with me.
Goddamn,
Get in the car.
please,
Come on.
Get in the car, man.
Josh, come on.
Please, I'm begging you nicely.
Come on, man.
Please, God.
Josh, it's our policy. We're not going to change it. So go ahead.
I got you.
You're going to get.
I'm not resisting. Goddamn. Please, please put this.
I promise you,
put them in.
I promise you, there's plenty of room. Those are very loose.
No, there's not room. Do you see this?
Josh, get in the
I am
car.
claustrophobic as fuck. Please, sir. I'm begging you. I will get in the car.
Okay, get in.
Please.
Just
Put him in front of me. I'm begging you nicely. Put him in front of me.
Get him in the fucking
Please.
Josh, get in the car. Come on. You're about to get more charges. Come on. Hey, sit down. You're good.
Oh my God.
Take a breath. Take a breath. Josh, take a breath.
We observe how Summers is slowly lowering into a more panicked and tense state. He can't seem to stand still and stay calm. When they start to put him in the car, this is when his last bit of mental fortitude breaks, and he becomes reminiscent of a 5-year-old throwing a fit, asking for his handcuffs to be loosened. Summers is the type of man to think it's manly to hurt his wife, but isn't able to sit in silence in a slightly confined space. The fragile egos and personalities of these men are only testament to their ineligibility to be protectors of society. I hope these cases highlight some of the corrupt cops in our society. Let me know your thoughts on the first one in the comments below. Be sure to leave a like, subscribe, and share this video if you haven't already, and be sure to stay tuned for the next installment. Who knows? It might be right up your alley. This is Detective Mystery, signing off.